Peace, you beautiful soul. Peace, peace. Welcome back to my channel. This is Brittany. Thank you so much for being here today. Welcome if you are new. Today's message is going to be a really good one because we're talking about the importance of you fully embodying the vibration and the knowing that everything is always working out for you. Even in the moments where it feels like it isn't. Because see, when you shift your mindset to everything is happening for me, not everything is happening to me, then you're able to step into a higher perspective and a higher vibrational frequency. And on your spiritual journey, this is critical to have because it allows you to move through your experiences in a just really simply in a better way. It enables you to look at your experience from the perspective of your soul, not the perspective of being a victim to your circumstance. So not only realizing this is important, knowing this is important, but fully believing it. Because once you really, really believe it, then you're able to look at experiences as lessons instead of obstacles. You're able to see setbacks as opportunities, and you're able to see delays as simply just being divine timing. And I want to remind you that divine timing never misses. So I want to talk to you about how you begin to align yourself with this perspective instead of the perspective that we are conditioned to have, okay? And first, I want you to know that the number one way to begin to change your mindset is really to acknowledge where you're at. Where are you mentally? Where's your perspective on this? And it's important to be honest with yourself. You know, recognize where you currently stand. Ask yourself, when situations happen, do you immediately feel like things are just working against you? Do you ask yourself, why is this happening to me? Do you ask yourself that? And if you do, that's okay, because I need you now to begin to be more aware of when your mind defaults to that, right? Because it's like we were born obviously not being this way, not thinking this way, but then as we grow up, we feel that things are always happening to us. It's happening to me. So awareness is key. That's number one. Number two is you get to reframe the narrative. And this is so important. Instead of saying, okay, this is happening to me, you take a step back and you're like, you look at the situation and you ask yourself, what is this situation trying to teach me? What am I meant to learn from this particular experience? What is it? Right now, am I being a victim to my circumstance? Am I in the woe is me? And when you realize that you are, you immediately change that to, okay, this situation is serving me in some way. How? What do I need to get out of this experience? See, that's completely different energy, isn't it? Like the words even feel different. You can even ask yourself, like, if this situation is truly happening for me, could I respond better to it? And see, when you start to ask yourself those types of questions, those higher level ways of thinking, you're stepping more into your spiritual essence, and you're getting out of the human conditioning. And that's the purpose of healing, to get closer to your higher self. And when you're asking yourself these questions, you're stepping into the higher version of you. You see? You're moving out of ego into spirit, embodied in your human vessel. The next step is just looking at things, reminding yourself of proof that this is true. Because sometimes we just have to remind ourselves, because when we're in situations, especially ones that we feel like, are challenging, we tend to forget all of the experience that we've had where we believed something wasn't working out in our highest good, and then it turned out that it actually was. Like, think about a moment where that happened for you. I'm sure you can think of plenty where you in your human mind was like, okay, this is a setback. This isn't working out. And then a couple of days later, a couple of weeks later, a month later, you're like, damn, I'm so happy that didn't work out the way I thought it was supposed to. Because this actually worked out way, way, way better. This is definitely way more in alignment with me. I know you've had those moments. We all have had those moments. You're like, damn, I'm so happy that didn't happen the other way I thought it could have, or I thought it should have. Right? And so when you remind yourself of those instances, you're just like, oh, yeah, easy day. And then you're able to align your energy and your expectations. Like, oh my goodness. Ooh, expectations. You start to release the worry. You start to release the how things will happen, and you start to focus on who you are becoming in the process, what you're learning from these things occurring. Then you get to practice gratitude for the situation that you're in. And you're like, you know what? I can look at this from the standpoint of being happy that this is happening, because I know at the end of the day, it is happening for my highest and greatest good. It's happening to align me to my highest timeline. It's happening because I am needing to expand in this moment. And you get excited about the opportunity to expand because you know that you're moving on to greater and higher heights. And that's a blessing. That's something to be grateful for. And just simply be grateful for the fact that you're now looking at the situation like that, instead of looking at things how you used to, which was the victim mentality, which was it's happening to me. Everything is happening to me. Everyone is against me. Every situation is horrible. It's hurting me. Everything is just trying to hurt me. You understand what I'm saying? And you know that your desires are on the way. What you truly want to be in alignment with you is on the way. It's just so important to change your mindset, because everything in your existence will become better and you're able to step into trust. And at the end of the day, that's what your soul wants for you. Your soul wants you to trust it. Your soul is not creating these scenarios for you to not trust your soul. Like your soul, your soul is like, nah, please trust me. Because when you trust me, you can get the hell out the way and I can step up front and then your life will get better. You know, so your soul is going to continue to give you situations, opportunities, circumstances, people in your life to continuously prove to you that everything is always happening for your best and highest good, even when your emotions say differently. And remember that you are not a slave to your emotions. Your emotions are there as something that you experience in this human experience, but it's also a barometer. It's a measurement to help you navigate this experience. Are you moving in alignment? Are you moving in accordance more to your ego than you are to your higher self? This is what your emotions is telling you when you really start to sit back and say, why am I feeling this way? So your spirit is trying to help you get out your own way. And so I'm just trying to remind you of what you already know. You already know this. But our human conditioning and our belief systems get us stuck. They get us stuck in the cycle of not trusting spirit, not trusting our spirit team, our guides, and thinking that we can logic our way through everything. But we're now in the Aquarian age. It's no longer about logic first. It's about intuition first. It's about following spirit and the divinity within you first, and allowing that to navigate you through your life and through your experience. So the next time a challenge occurs, you say to yourself, what is the situation teaching me? What is the situation trying to teach me? Okay? Everything is always working out for you. Look, this is an affirmation for you. Everything is always working out for me, even in the moments where it feels like it isn't. Everything is always working out for me. Say it with me. Say it with me real quick. Everything is always working out for me. And you continue to repeat that to yourself and allow that to be ingrained into your mind. And I promise you, changing this perspective will change your life. Thank you so much for joining me in this message today. I love you so much, and I will catch you tomorrow in the next video. Peace.